Baby, when I tell you I was watching my computer screen like this, I was like all up in the screen. This was good, honey. This was good. It was good. It was good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Games, Season 1, Episode... the finale. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. We might not be here for long, but it was a good one, okay? The episode picks up with the jury giving their votes for who they want to be in the final. I'm just gonna vote for the actual person they were voting for because they weren't voting for couples. They were voting for individuals, let's be for real. First was Mike, and he votes for Johnny. Curtis votes for Callum. Carrington votes for Johnny. Georgia votes for Al. Lisa votes for Johnny because she thinks that Jack is playing Justine. And so she doesn't want them to win. She wants to make it hard for them to win. Interesting. Tina votes for Callum. Kira votes for Selly. Steph votes for Johnny. Courtney votes for Deb. Toby? Honey, Toby had some things to say.
Selly and Yao, you guys are actors. Congrats. Fuck you guys.
Why do you think they're actors?
I've rolled the tapes. I've watched everything. I've seen everything.
I actually really did care about you, Toby, so I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You cried for him, and like 2 minutes later, you were like all over EL.
Not because I feel like this is real, I don't, but I want to stand by my friend. That's okay. Well, you can feel that way.
I felt really bad for Selly. I did. The way that people were turning on her, and I don't even know if it's turning. Maybe they felt this way. They just never vocalized it. But people were like, oh yeah, I don't even root for your relationship. I think that you're a faker. I think you're an actor. I want to know what editor's version did they get of the show? Because, I mean, I can see why they would think that Selly is just faking it because she was so emotional for Toby, and then it kind of like switched off pretty quickly. But they must have watched something else. They watched something that was a little bit less edited because, oh my gosh, the vitriol. Okay, maybe vitriol is too extra. But the energy they had towards Selly, I felt really bad for her. Moving on. Mitch votes for Callum. Scott votes for Johnny. Zeta tells Justine to take the money because she also thinks that Jack is playing her. Mercy. And she votes for Deb. Liberty votes for Callum. Jess votes for Callum. And last is Ray and Imani. And they, too, have some words.
Round of applause to Justine and Jack, man. The biggest manipulators of the game. Justine, I had your back. You was crying about Jack. I was holding it down as your homie, as your friend. But you let the game overpower friendship and loyalty.
Oh boy, you say right, you say right, you say right.
We were snaked. I called it. I should have stuck to my guns and made shit happen.
At this point, I'm just like, it's safe to say these people are not going to be friends for real. Like, it's not going to be one of those, after the season, everybody's kumbaya. I think some people are genuinely not going to mess with each other after this show. And that's going to be interesting. In regards to Ray and Imani's words, for Ray, I've already said what I needed to say about Ray. All the sentiments are the same, if not more so. Yeah, he's not my man, he's not my problem. And then with Imani, I love you, girl. I do. But you were not played. You were not played. They didn't play you. They didn't play you. They didn't snake you. You snaked yourself. So anyways, the two couples that are going into the final are Deb and Callum and Johnny and Aurelia. So Al and Selly did not make it, but they didn't seem to take the harsh words too badly. People who did take the harsh words a little bit to heart are Justine and Jack.
Let me see my man there. Ray. Last night at that vote, I promise you now, was the most difficult thing I've had to do. If the shoe was on the other foot and you guys could send someone home...
I got you, bro.
No, but
you know that.
Ray,
Justine,
Ray,
I got you. Or
and I
betrayed
know
any
that,
of y'all.
but Ray, man to man, I'm sorry.
I mean, okay, Who am I? I don't know these people. These people aren't my friends. So it's not up to me to say what lengths we're going to go to ask for forgiveness. But I was like, we're really begging Ray for forgiveness right now? Are you serious? I was so frustrated. And even Jack had to stand up to address. I thought he was going to address the group about them alleging that he is faking it with Justine. But he's standing up to apologize to Ray. Okay. Anyways, realistically, whether or not they're gonna make it, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Like we can never know what somebody's intentions with somebody is. Even if they told us straight, we still don't know because we're not in their head. So whether or not Jack is gonna play her, time will tell. Whether or not Sully was faking with AL, time will tell. Are Ray and Imani even together? Based on social media, it doesn't look like it. Ciao. Anyways, moving on. The next day is like this final dates thing. I didn't watch none of them. That's a lie. I watched Jack and Justine's date. I skipped through Johnny, Aurelia, and Deb and Callum. I couldn't care less. But we're gonna fast forward to the duel, which isn't just a duel. It's a mega duel. And the tea on the street is that there were actually 3 challenges that happened in the mega duel, not just the 2 that we saw. There was a tug of war, a 3-way tug of war, and apparently they had been going for so long and just stuck at a stalemate that they decided to just cancel that one altogether. So that's a part of the reason why everybody was just aching and paining, you know? And that's another reason why they spent so long in the challenge, like literally into the next day. It was crazy. But the first one that we got to see on TV was the jousting thing again. So they did it in heats. And the first round was Justine and Aurelia, who won the first round, but Justine won the rest of the rounds. The next heat was between Aurelia and Deb, who were evenly matched if you ask me, but Aurelia took the win. And then the last heat was between Deb and Justine, which ended up in Justine winning. Now the guys' rounds were so intense. Callum and Jack were in the first heat and Callum took the win. Next heat was Jack and Johnny. Let me tell you, Johnny, can't stand it, but you gotta give the man his props, man. The man is stacked, okay? Stacked. It did not matter that Jack was towering over him. Like, he's stacked. And then the last heat was between, Johnny won that one. And the last heat was between Callum and Johnny. This is where Johnny hurt himself, it looked like. He was so in pain. And I'm sorry, I really did feel for him. I really did. I did. But even though he was in so much pain, he actually took the win. Honey, credit needs to be given where credit is due. And that man, Johnny, he got it. He got it. He needs to go on the challenge. A lot of you guys have been saying he's been on the challenge. I don't remember him being on the challenge. I remember him being on All-Star. Was he on the challenge? He was on the challenge. He was on the OG challenge, not the Challenge USA. Right. He needs to go back. Can't stand him, but honestly, that's where he thrives. In these physical type he deserves it. He's good. So in the end, Callum and Deb did not get enough points, so they're not proceeding into the next round. The last challenge, let me say, is between who now? Aurelia and Johnny and Justine and Jack. And they're basically doing this money grab thing. At the end of 5 minutes, whoever has the most money in their corner wins the game. They don't win the amount of money that they got. They just win the game. Baby, it looked like Boxing Day where people are fighting over TVs in Walmart. It was so crazy, so intense, so, oh my gosh, like, you really had to give people their credit because they were fighting for their lives here. Listen, 100K. I mean, for some people, it might not be life-changing, but for a lot of people, that is life-changing money, honey. I would do whatever I needed to do to secure $100,000, especially if it's in US dollars, because if you change that to Canadian, honey, that's a good chunk of change. Okay. In the end, well, actually, before I get to that, another word on the street is when Jack was laid out because he couldn't breathe, he actually was sent to the hospital. He went all the way to the hospital. The producer sent everybody back to their hotels. They got a few hours of sleep, and then that's when Jack came back. So it wasn't like this, oh, I just need to catch my breath. No, literally the ambulance pulled up. That's how intense the thing was. And so that's why when he's like, we either said we're leaving with success or we're going to lay our lives down on this challenge, he meant it. And luckily for Jack and Justine, they actually did get the win. Justine is a 2-time Love Island winner. Wow. So happy for her. Johnny has lost 2 times now to Justine. I'm so happy for her. I really am. I really am. Wow. So in the end, the other eliminated people get to vote for who they think deserves the money more. More people voted for Justine over Jack, and so it was up to her whether or not she wanted to split or take the money.
Everyone's behind you. Literally.
Well, I don't think we need to do an official count-up.
Been in a situation before where I've trusted my connection with somebody and got done dirty a little bit in the end. My family could really use this. We both really deserve it, so I'm gonna split it.
I don't even mean this in a rude way. I don't think that Justine would even have it in her to take the money. I think that the person she's partnered up with would have to be like the spawn of Satan. I don't see her being in a situation where she would want to take the money, especially when she said, like, I've already made a decision that's been eating at me, and so she just can't do it again. She was never gonna split it. She was never gonna, everybody, you should split the money. I mean, you should take the money, you should take, have y'all met Justine? She ain't gonna take the money. Justine does not want to be in confrontational situations. She's not gonna take no damn money, okay? Anyways, they left with 50 grand a piece. It seems like they are still a couple. It seems like they're thriving and, you know, having a relationship. That's cool. I don't really keep up with too many other people, but based on what I've been seeing, it looks like they are the only ones who are still together. I think Ayal was hanging around with them, but I haven't like seen anything. But also I don't follow either of them, AL or Sully, so I don't even know what's going on. If you guys know who's still together, let me know. I'm actually curious. But yeah, that is the Love Island final. It worked out in my favor, so I'm cool with the outcome. I love Justine. I like Justine and Jack together. I'm glad that they won. Season 2, you have a lot to live up to. You really do. You really, really do. I wonder if there's gonna be like some repeat people who really didn't get like a fair shake this time around. Like, you know, they only came in one day and then were gone 2 days later. I wonder if they'd be back. I wonder if they're gonna do more international people as well. Like, I'm interested, I'm sold. Love Island Games is a winner for me. I'm ready for season 2. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.